Hey, welcome back everyone. This is Uncle Frank, and I am not a financial advisor, nor is any of the content to be construed as financial advice. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. Let's start this one with this piece from Benzinga. Dave Portnoy says Roaring Kitty made this tactical error as GameStop shares trade down 60% from last week's highs. Quote, Roaring Kitty was a half an hour late to it, and then he did it, Portnoy said. And to me, it was a little bit underwhelming. A lot of his fans were like, no, it's Roaring Kitty. It's what he does. I really don't know what I was expecting. The stock is down, what, 50, 60% since he did the live stream? I think it was a tactical error. Well, Dave, here's my opinion. Roaring Kitty, like him or not, turned 50,000 into a billion, albeit briefly. So why don't you stay in your lane for now? Thanks. Let's see if anything happens before Roaring Kitty's options expire. Then you could run your mouth. Breaking from Reuters, GameStop raises $2.14 billion amid Roaring Kitty-fueled retail trading frenzy. GameStop said on Tuesday it had completed an at-the-market equity offering of its shares to raise roughly $2.14 billion in gross proceeds days after meme stock influencer Keith Gill's first live stream in 3 years. You see, Adam, that's how it's done. Instead of giving away shares for free as a dividend or selling our common shares at near record low prices, you stop deliberately killing rallies. You take the ball gag out of investor relations' mouth. You strategically announce who our next concert film is with, and then you sell at breakout prices. The other thing you can do is run the business lean. You don't double everyone's pay plan during the pandemic when our theaters were closed part of the year and we were getting 50% less movie releases than we were accustomed to. You don't blow $250 million on green projectors. You don't invest in bankrupt penny stocks when you're over $5 billion in debt yourself. What, did we invest $1 billion in Saudi Arabia and then sell out for $30 million? You don't pay $25 million for a commercial that only runs in the theaters. You spend that money in media-wide advertising promoting our A-list program. A streaming service like Hulu costs me $90 a month. Don't you think more people should know they could spend around $23 a month and go to the theaters to see up to 3 new movies every week? Doesn't that sound like a great value? Not if no one ever hears about it, guys. In the end, it may be Roaring Kitty and Ryan Cohen that save the AMC shareholders because it won't be Adam Aron. Well, there it is, guys. Did you think I was exaggerating in the thumbnail for this video? It said Ryan Cohen raised over $2 billion for GameStop, and Adam and his team are trying to bleed $2 billion out of our company, and I meant it. At the top of your screen is the proof. Adam Aron, his entire management team, and the entire board of directors haven't bought one single share of AMC over the past 6 years. That one buy spike is on Tara, and you already know how that worked out. Over this same time window, they managed to sell us $1,058,116,000. Okay, now let's compare that to GameStop and Cinemark. GameStop total buys over the past 6 years, 41.3 million by the insiders. Total sales, 24.3 million. Net buying, almost $17 million. Cinemark, total buys, 5.7 million. Total sales, 2.4 million. Net buying by the Cinemark insiders, $3.2 million. Okay, so they sold over $1 billion. Where's the rest they're going to get, Uncle Frank? Good question. Now, followers of this channel already know the pandemic was the greatest thing to ever happen to Adam Aron and his family. In 2019, he was making just under $10 million. But then, when tragedy struck the nation, Adam's total comp plan more than doubled. Now ask yourself this question, be honest. Did your pay double during the pandemic? Here's a question for Crystal Ball and Really Bad Person on Twitter. If you were running a business for the shareholders of this company, would you have doubled your pay plan the year of the lockdown, the year people were dying from COVID-19? I lost some people, did you? Don't forget, Hollywood was shut down too. Is now the time to double your salary? Who does that? Let's review Adam's salary history. 2019, $9.6 million. 2020, $20.9 million. 2021, $18.9 million. 2022, $23.7 million. Last year, 2023, $25.4 million. I hate to be the one to break it to you guys, but just what's on your screen is over $98 million. It doesn't include his salary so far this year. I want you to know it took Adam 1 year after we made him CEO to blow up AMC's debt to over $4 billion, years before the pandemic. I sincerely hope by now you remaining Adam Aaron fanboys can see this man for what he really is, a cancer. So guys, do you really doubt that these people can't bleed another billion out of this company on top of the billion in stock they've already stole since this whole thing began? Now, this is just the top 5 executives. They're all paid in the top 5 in the industry by their titles. Adam is paid more than triple what the CEO of Cinemark is paid. Ryan Cohen doesn't even take a salary. When I add the other executives, the board members, each and every one earning in excess of $250,000 per year, do you think that's how they'll bleed another billion out? I say by the end of 2024, over this time period, our top 5 execs alone cost over $41 million a year, guys. They're already there. But enough about all that shit. Adam played us like a grand piano, and now you know why my channel focuses mainly on black or white swans. I'm thoroughly convinced we can't fight all of Wall Street, prime brokers, the hedgies, market makers, regulators, the financial press, not if they're all united against us, and especially if Adam, his entire team, and our entire board, which is run by a Morgan Stanley senior executive, is cooperating with them or are sympathetic to their cause. No, we're going to need a swan, and one may land at any moment. You never know. Not investment advice or advisor. Look what just the unexpected return of Roaring Kitty has done. The media and regulators are outraged, and we're loving every minute of it. Let's start with GME. Early on, we saw a low of $22.80. We were halted once, for our protection. Then Ryan won his case. Word leaked out about how much money he raised, and GME was off to the races, closing at $30.49, up 22.8%, and even got as high as $32.34 after hours. Then it finished at $29.80. I've got Max Payne at 27 at the time of this recording, with CPI coming out in the morning, as well as a rate decision from the Fed. Anything can happen, so let's remain positive. AMC started with a low of $463, charged to a high of $549, and finished the day at $522, up 51 cents or 10.83%. We gave back 6 cents after hours, or 1.15%. At the time of this recording, I have Max Payne at 5 now. Okay, guys, here's the calendar. I know you can get this information anywhere, but that's not the point. The point here is if we get a swan landing on an event that already has the hedge funds back on their heels, we could get a short covering event. Not investment advice or advisor, but that's what I'm looking for. Bad news on top of bad news on top of bad news. Not for us, but for them. A white swan for us could be a black swan for them. Like if Ryan Cohen makes an announcement. I'm buying a crypto exchange to complement our NFT marketplace. Oh, you like that idea, don't you? Uncle Frank dreamed that one up all by himself. Anyway, today, Wednesday, June 12th, huge day. We've got Consumer Price Index, CPI. Then at 2 p.m., minutes of the Fed's May FOMC meeting. And then, of course, the FOMC rate decision. Thursday, tomorrow, Producer Price Index, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Next week, Tuesday, June 18th, U.S. retail sales. Normally, I wouldn't be watching this, but after that employment report, we're going to be looking to see how the consumer's behaving. Thursday, June 20th, same story, initial jobless claims, 8:30. And then Friday, 9:45 a.m. in the morning, S&P Flash, services, and manufacturing PMI come out. And of course, Roaring Kitty's options expire, and it's triple or quadruple witching expiration day, right? So buckle up, it's going to get hairy. Hey, I want to thank you for watching, and please remember to hit the like button after this slide if you enjoyed the presentation. Subscribe to the channel and set the alert so you're notified when I have new information to share. See you at the bell.